Good morning, students. Today I am going to discuss about the internet administration and standards. Then one more topic is data rate limits. So we will see what is the internet administration. The internet administrations, okay, we are going to like following the n number of like administrations. That is one of the administration is internet society and like international non-profit organizations, okay, that we call it as the ISOC, that is internet society. Okay, yeah, this international internet society, okay, it is one of the non-profit organizations. Okay, they are going to provide as well as it supports the internet standard process. Okay, and what it will do means like yeah, what is the ISOC? Okay, they are going to do means, okay, they are going to maintaining as well as the support for the like other means different administrative bodies, okay, internet bodies, that is IAB, okay, then IETF, then RTF, okay, that IAB is Internet Architecture Board, okay. This is going to like tell support the like what is a technical advisor means here, okay, they are going to follow the TCP/IP protocol process, and IETF, okay, that is Internet Engineering Task Force, okay. Here, okay, they are going to make the work, okay, they are going to make the work in the group wise or it is a community wise, okay. And here the like whatever the problem, okay, they are going to did, okay, everything they are going to identify, okay. This is what the Internet Engineering Task Force will be do. Then RTF, that is Internet Research Task, okay. Here like they are going to do for the n number of research, okay, based on the protocols. So this is what the internet administrations will be do. The next one is what is the internet standards? Okay, the internet standards, okay, they are going to develop the many number of standards, or it is a organizations or it is a committee. In that, okay, we are going to use for the 4 to 5 like development organization. The one is ISO, that is International Organization for Standardizations, okay. This is also one of the internet standards, okay. Here they are going to implementing the OSI model, that is Open System Interconnections model here, and like they are going to like what is that discuss about the different layers. So this is what they have done. Then International Telecommunication Union, okay, that we call it as the telecommunication standard sector, okay. Here like how the like what is that how the national or international communities, okay, they are going to start it for the telecommunications based on their standards as well as the protocol means standards as well as the protocols, okay. Then American National Standard Institution, that is ANSI, this is also one of the internet standard organizations. And the one more is Electronic Industry Associations, then Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, okay. These all are the different like internet standards, okay. They are going to develop their own set of protocols, okay, and they are based on that, okay, they are going to implementing the different models or different use cases. So this is what the internet standard will be do. Here the data rate limits, okay, the data rate limits, okay, they are going to basically tells about the how the sender and receiver, okay, they can communicate between each other, means like how fastly the data has to be sent by using the transmission medium, okay. So this is what it tells about the data rates, and this data rates they are going to works on based on three aspects. One is the bandwidth available, second is the levels of the signals, and third one is the quality of the channels, okay. And the bandwidth available, okay, the bandwidth available, which is nothing but whether the given bandwidth, okay, they are going to they are going to prefer for the frequency as well. The bandwidth is like one is frequency as well as the the second one is it is going to means per minute, okay, like how much the data has to be sent, means that is like it is going to tell us about the bit per second, okay. Each bit, okay, or each data, okay, per second, how much how they can for what is that fastly, okay, they are going to sending and receiving the data. So this is what they are going to tell us about the bandwidth, means And the second one, levels of the signals. Okay, whether the levels of the signal means they are going to checking the signal levels. Okay, whether the given signal, okay, it is a weak or like poor signals. Okay, based on that they are going to like describing. Then third one is the quality of the channel. That quality of the channel, okay, they are going to tell us about the levels of the levels of the noisy, whether the channel having the noisy or it is a noiseless. So here like in the quality of the channels, okay, we are going to discuss about the two types of levels of noisy channel. One is noiseless channel, and second one is the noisy channel. And it's having like both the channels, okay, they having the limits. Okay, then in the noiseless channels, okay, we are going to call it as the Nyquist bit rate, and noisy channel we are going to call it as the Shanahan capacity. So based on this two levels of noisy, okay, they are going to given the some example problems. Okay, in the noiseless channel, here, okay, the Nyquist, one of the scientists, okay, they are going to introduce this noiseless channel formula, so that, okay, we are going to call it as the Nyquist bitrate formula. Here how this is the bitrate formula, that is bitrate is equal to 2 into bandwidth into log 2L. Okay, whereas like the L, okay, which is nothing but, okay, it is going to tell us about the number of the signal levels. Okay, then the bandwidth as usually, okay, it is going to tell us about the bandwidth of that particular channel, and like this one, that bit rate, okay, it is going to tell us about the per minute or per second how much the bit rate, okay, like the data has to be like transferred between one device to another device. So for example, okay, they have given the consider a noiseless channel with a bandwidth of 3000 kilohertz, sorry, the 3000 hertz, the transmitting the signal with two signal levels. Okay, the maximum bit rate can be calculated like that. Okay, they have already given, because in this problem, okay, they are going to consider the particular what is that Nyquist bit rate, means they are going to consider the channels. Okay, whether this is a noisy channel or it is a noiseless channel. So here they have already decided the noiseless channels. Okay, they have given already in the question itself only, consider a noiseless channel. So we have to take the Nyquist bit formula, that is bit rate is equal to 2 into bandwidth into log 2L. So here the bit rate is equal to 2. Okay, that 2 is already given in the formula, that 2 have present into 3000, that is, which is nothing that bandwidth. Okay, the bandwidth they have given 3000 hertz. So the that's what I have taken, the 3000 into log 2. Okay, once you press the in the calci log function, that is how it is automatically come for log base 2, and that then this 2 means that is L, the L for like they have already given the two levels of signal, so that I am going to consider in the decimal number 2. So I have to apply all these numbers in the like calci. So I'll get the 6000 per bit, means if it is the if it is a noiseless channel, okay, so they are going to sending the data, okay, per minute. Okay, from sender to receiver, it should be a 6000 bit per second, means per second. Okay, they are going to sending 6000 data. Okay, if it is a noisy less channel. Okay, we will see if it is noisy channel what it will. So if it is the noisy channel, okay, the Shanahan, one of the scientists, okay, they are going to introduce this noisy channel formula, so that we are going to call it as the Shanahan capacity. Capacity of the formula, like that. So that what is like here they have given the what is that formula is capacity is equal to bandwidth into log 2 of 1 plus SNR, that is the signal noisy ratio, that it which stands for the SNR. So here they are going to give the one example. We can calculate the theoretical highest bit rate of the regular telephone line. A telephone line normally has a bandwidth of the 3000 hertz, and the signal to noisy ratio will be usually 3162. For this channel, the capacity you have to calculate. So here the signal to noisy ratio, so they have given the SNR. SNR means, okay, you have to directly take for the noisy channel. Okay, so here you have to apply all the parameters, okay, in the formula, that is channel, that is capacity is equal to be log 2, that is bandwidth log 2. What is the bandwidth they have given? 3000 log 2 into 1 plus SNR. So 1 is they have already mentioned in the formula, so I have taken 1 plus SNR will be 3162. So you have to like apply all the all the values in the calc, and you have to press the press is equal to, okay, you will get the 34,860 bit per second. Means if it is a noisy channel, okay, per bit or like per second they are going to sending 34,860 datas in that particular transmission medium. So this is what, okay, I'm going to like tells about the noisy channel as well as the noiseless channel. So so this is what complete details about the data rate limits. So thank you so much.